Hello and welcome back everyone to the Bard's Tale 4. We just finished the entire Bard's Tale, finished all of the story, finished the game, completely done except for one thing. And that would be the Challenge Seekers achievement. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I know that there are a few more achievements that if you're just playing through the game, you probably don't have. A lot of them are probably like, grab this skill from this certain class. So if you don't have those, you could always just hire mercenaries and use mercenary tokens to get those skills. If you really wanted to, you could save scum a little bit and just hire someone with those skills and then go back to the save where you didn't actually spend the mercenary token. So, hey, that's an option. Go ahead, try it out. If that's what you want to do, go for it. There might be a few other things. If there's something that you really want to see, or if you'd like me to talk about, or either as an episode, but probably more likely as a comment response, go ahead and drop down a comment. I'll help you guys out with that. No problem. No questions asked. So yeah, if there's any achievements specifically, drop it down in the comments. We're going to be continuing on, because my last and final achievement is Challenge Seekers, defeating the final boss with only 3 party members. Of course, that means we're going to be needing to complete the final dungeon with 3 party members, meaning we'll have to go back all the way to this save here before we reach Scarbray above, with Scarbray in flames there. So, back to the Old Adventurers Guild. So we have to choose 3 party members, and I've made a choice. It's going to be Melody, Gwen, and Fiona. Now, I'm actually recording this for the second time, because I realized that there were some changes that I wanted to make, and after the first episode, I realized that we had made some errors. Like, I just recorded one, and I'm like, you know what? I started on the second recording, or second episode, or I guess episode, 93, I think it was. And I decided, nope, I'm going to scrap what I was doing, and I'm going back. Because I tried to use song compulsory recording, and, you don't, your skills don't really matter right now, but I want to swap them up for you. Let me help you with that. Should go Storm of Blades, and then... No, Wayland's Watch, Song Compulsory Recording, Storm of Blades. There you go. Anyways, Song Compulsory Recording, it stuns. What I tried to do is, because Fiona already has it learned, because she's a troubadour, I tried to give her the Song Compulsory Recording. It doesn't work. She can't use Rhyme of Duotime or Change Fate after the Song Compulsory Recording because she stuns herself. And that's kind of the whole thing. Of course, she can go ahead, and she will go ahead, and grab the weapon Steadfast Mountain, just because there was some problematic stuns in the final fight there that I didn't want to deal with. So if Fiona is stun immune with Dwarven Resilience, then she'll be able to help out her party members with Change Fate, removing any party stuns that we have. But it does not stop.
What do you need?
Stun immunity, as we found out with Una, does not stop Song Compulsory Recording. So we'll need either Melody or Gwen to go with it. We have right now Gwen running Storm of Blades, which we'll keep on her, Eviscerating Gash, as well as Sanctuary Score and Spell Song. Now, Spell Song isn't going to be super important, so we're probably going to be ditching that one. So that's one ability down. Sanctuary Score, we may or may not want, depending on...
Ready.
Well, Melody hasn't. Melody will keep it around. But we want to consider, since there will only be 3 party members, do we want to have a second Sanctuary Score? Or do we want to have a separate ability for that? So we'll have to consider that as well. And yeah, I don't want to Eviscerating Gash on there either. So that's at least 2 abilities going to be removed from Gwen. So then we'll
Hey.
probably be able to transfer
Eh?
Una's Song Compulsory Cavorting over
What now?
onto Gwen. That should help. As for
Aye.
mixing rhyme of duo times, we probably won't be able to do that as frequently. Um, is just using multiple rhyme of duo times and like
Huh?
the rhyme of duo times having 2 of them piggybacking off each other. We'll probably just
Here.
have to use the movement from
Yeah.
Berserker Boots in order to accomplish that.
Here.
Since
Eh?
both Gwen
Yes.
and Melody both want to have um, something else, an attack in their first slot. So,
What do you want?
with that, I'm just gonna go ahead and swap around some
Aye.
armors, and then we'll go get into the rest of the character creation. So, really, we just want to grab probably Una's armor, and honestly, whatever is better. We'll give you those back later, Una. But
Hmm?
essentially, we want to get the best armor that we can on Fiona specifically, because Fiona is going to. Let's see, this is 55. Fiona is going
What
to
do you
be
need?
out in the front line, and I mean she could probably stay back line, but either way, she's in the front line of her column, so she'll want a little bit of extra more protection. Any strength that we have, I suppose we should be putting onto Gwen, though, because that's just going to be more efficient on her. So we'll grab,
What do you want?
let's see. What do you want, Gwen? Yeah, what do you want? Not what do I want. There you go. +2 strength. That'll do for you, Gwen.
Yeah.
And then we'll give this one that only gives +3 strength, but it gives her buffs her constitution a lot. That'll help her out. We don't really need the Lilith's Plume of Duplicity. She just wants more defensiveness at this point. So,
How may I
these are all
serve?
the weapons we're going to be using. Gwen's still going to be using Blazing Antler. We're probably going to start swapping Gwen over to using her Chug again. Just because she will have
Hey. Eh?
some more of those expensive abilities like Song Compulsory Cavorting. And she'll want to grab more spell points for those. So,
Aye.
with that, let's go ahead. We'll actually have to stop by and grab more mercenary tokens uh in the Herrenhold. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and pause the recording for you guys just so that you don't have to sit there for the trip, because I don't want to waste your guys' time. I want to be res- as respectful and mindful of that as I can be. Which, of course, is why I kind of wasted an hour of my own scrapping the last recording. Sadness. Anyways, what I did want to show you, and why I actually came out here with you guys, is we do have these desecrated Featherite relics. We never ended up using them. So, what I want to do with them is I may as well
What
give
now?
them to both
How may I
Melody
serve?
and Gwendolyn. And we can just choose how much of the cleric abilities we want to actually use with them. We might not use any, but since they are our last 2 characters,
Welcome.
and we're not going to need them for anyone else,
I'd be on
I'm going to use the last ones. Are you going to use them on both Melody
there.
and on Gwen?
Bless you, friends. Welcome. I'd be on
There we go. So
there.
they are now, all
Bless
3 of
you,
them are now
friends.
creatures. Which will unlock again the entire cleric skill tree. Of course, we do have Fiona using it,
Yes.
but I think some of these other abilities might be kind of interesting, or good substitutes at least for some of the other just pure stats that we might have otherwise grabbed from them. So we'll be right back, everyone. Just heading over to the Herrenhold, and yeah, we'll head over to the Herrenhold, and then we'll go chat with the review board. And yeah, we'll be right back. All right, so we're back at the review board, and in theory, we could just go ahead and reset all of our abilities using the the statue there, the altar, and in the Herrenhold. Essentially, you can grab uh, as many mercenary tokens as you want for the price of 1,000 per token. As you can see, I may have went a little bit overboard. Uh, but we have a ton of cash. I may have spent like 14, 15,000 skiat on just mercenary tokens. And no, we're not going to use them all. It'd be extremely wasteful money-wise to use them all, to buy them all. But literally, we're right at the end, and we have saved up so much money, it does not matter anymore. So, we've got these mercenary tokens. I have no problem with using them. Let's go ahead and talk to the review board.
Returned to us too soon, adventurers. You are
And
not yet ready
Melody
for further
first.
knowledge. Please return
So,
later.
Melody, I kind of know what I want from Melody. So, we could grow Grand Rabrouser. But we do want Grand War Chanter. At least for the kills rudiment. I mean, the extra constitution and the armor bonus is nice as well. Either way, everyone goes Grand Minstrel. Everyone goes with not cleric, Brewmaster. So those are the musts. Medium armor. We're gonna be going with Kale's Rudiment at the very least. For Melody, we're gonna be wanting all of the sword and strength abilities here, as well as this one and dual wielding. Because that's what she's all about. Then we can choose to whether or not to go with Grand War Chanter, and we'll kind of weigh our options. From where we go. We'll grab these two. Thank you. Let's see. We already have all of our attacks, right? Except for Passing Slash, which we'll go ahead and grab that. Let's see. There we go. Berserker Battle Garb. That'll unlock the rest of them. So, yes, we will want Grand Minstrel at the very least. And then we'll want Passing Slash. And that's all four of our abilities. We've got our Storm of Blades, our Passing Slash, we have our Kale's Rudiment, and we have our Sanctuary Score. So that's all the abilities we might need. Of course, we want to grab the rest of the strength, the rest of the sword crits. We want to make sure that we have our armor. A bunch of constitution would be good here. And we for sure want Brewmaster. I'm not going to go with any of the Mean Drunk, any of the Victory Shot, none of that. What I wouldn't mind going, like you could grab the Monk Training for the 2 spell points. This grabs another extra little Constitution. I wouldn't mind. What I actually had before is I grabbed 4 things of Constitution, and then the last 3 into War Chanter. So that gave a total of, I think, 28 bonus Constitution. And entering the stance, of course, gets +5 armor. If we were wanting to go more, like little bit more of a damage build, and we needed more spell points, we could actually go along this tree here, with Holy, Fanatical, and Righteous, dealing extra, like +2 on hit damage to Charm, Demons, and Undead, a plus heal 3 Constitution each time you deal damage, which would happen 3 times because of Storm of Blades. All of these would really happen 3 times. And then 1% bonus damage for each 2% Constitution missing. So, depending on max current HP, up to a 49% damage bonus. So that could be, those things could be interesting, and I want to consider them. Although, do I consider them above something like a bunch of Constitution? Perhaps. Do I want to grab the extra armor and from War Chanter? Perhaps. So I'm gonna leave this as is for now. Intelligence also would be good, just so that Kale's Rudiment doesn't, as a mental damage shield, and so that Kale's Rudiment doesn't get broken. So that's where I'm at here. We could go intelligence. We could go constitution. We could go full war chanter. We could even pick up some cleric abilities here. There's nothing else that I would want to get rid of, really. Other than, yeah. So, like, we don't need any more spell points. We've got that from our swords. So, we'll continue on. I'm just going to stop or pause there. We've got 7 more skill points. We can kind of
Farewell,
figure out what we
adventurer.
want to do with them.
You have returned
Let's
to
continue
us too
on
soon, adventurers.
with
You are
who?
not yet ready for further knowledge.
Who goes next?
Please return later.
Gwen or Fiona? Let's go Gwen. Alright, Gwen, you could go Grand Rouser. I'm going to leave that for later, because whoever has the extra points will probably go for Grand Rouser. We already have... I have some extra things that I want to do here, so I might not go with Grand Rouser at all. Of course, what we are going to need is probably Grand Troubadour here. Yeah, you know what? We'll go Grand Troubadour, and we'll go Minstrel. Which is going to be a little weird, because, you know, thematically, they wouldn't do, or that wouldn't be the case. But we're doing this to get the best possible build that we can for the final for the final dungeon. Gwen will want a bit of strength. And because she's going to be attacking lots, she may as well have the strength so that she's doing damage while she attacks. Just a thought. We're not going to be going with any Eviscerating Gash at all. We don't really need them to bleed. That was just a little extra flavor thing that we had. Mind you, we're not going to have any mace abilities, so we're not going to be able to shove them into position. But we can't grab a mace anyways unless we put it on Melody. And she's got a lot of things on her plate already. So, we will go with our medium armor. Brewing. And I would like to try some of these cleric abilities, and we'll get to that as well. Let's grab these from Minstrel. We'll want to grab these for Troubadour. We'll have to choose whether or not we want Grand Troubadour. It's definitely not a bad option. She doesn't really need the extra bonus intelligence, but it could be useful. We will grab... actually, we only need Storm of Blades and Sword Crits. She doesn't even need Juggler, because she uses a two-handed weapon. So, kind of at the point where there's not a lot that we need here. Brewing, we'll grab this one here. I wouldn't mind grabbing some extra spell points. She only has 5 maximum spell points right now. And I could go like into Monk Training Shield of Faith, but I think Holy, Fanatical, and Righteous would actually be a really good combo. She's going to be doing lots of attacks for all of her, for all of her stacking on fire. I think that would be, it would be good for her for the healing and for the dealing extra damage. I'm not sure if this extra damage is true damage or not. From damaging Charn, demons, and undead. We will grab Holy, though. That'll unlock the next few abilities. Since we're here, we may as well grab Grand Troubadour. We'll be missing out on a little bit of the +4 strength we get from Grand Rouser. We can get that with Fiona, though. Since Fiona is actually a Bade, she gets 3 extra skill points. So she's a little bit more flexible. We'll grab Grand Minstrel. We'll make sure to grab Brewmaster, Medium Armor Master, and now what? Sword Crits. And, okay. Any music here? I think we're good for music. Because we're going to probably... We might want to grab just an extra Sanctuary score. We'll probably also get a Song of Closer Comforting. And what else is she going with? We're probably going to keep a Lyric of Legends on Fiona, unless she finds something better to do. I don't see anything else for Gwen to go, though. So she probably will grab Troubadour and a Sanctuary score. which means she will want a little bit of that strength. We are going to go full into, we'll grab Holy, or grab with Fanatical, because extra healing, I think that would be good. We can pair that with our Constitution shields as well. And just in case we do take the damage, it'll be good to have it. And more damage for missing Constitution? You know, I don't mind if I do. Depends if she needs the extra spell points, which she doesn't really. Let's see. What else could she want? Strength. There you go. There's some extra strength. And music. We were going to round browser. I think we can go ahead and just grab Righteous here. What else would she want? Intelligence, she's getting a little bit from Troubadour already. I think I will grab Righteous. Do we want it? I'm considering it. But the extra bonus damage, like, it might be okay. The +2 spell points might be okay. They might not be used, though. Depends. If we find something better. I mean, 4 points in Constitution would be great. But I want to check her stats before we go any further here.
Farewell,
So we've got 5 points left on Gwen.
You have returned
We'll be able to
us
refund,
too soon, adventurers. You are not yet
Fiona.
ready for further knowledge. Please return later.
And Fiona, she's actually going to go. She wants Rhyme of Duo Time. That's her main ability, as well as, of course, you want her Change Fate and all that later as well. She's not going to go Troubadour. Not this time, anyways, because it's a little expensive for the amount of points. She could go War Chanter. It really has no use to her. We'll grab Minstrel. She doesn't want to grab a single attack here. Like, Strength might help her Saint ability, or her Resurrect ability, give more Constitution when it happens, but that's so situational. And we've got more shields and healing, it does not matter. We'll grab more of the medium armor. Battle Brewer. And I'm tempted to go with an alchemic enthusiast. Jeez, sorry. Let me try that again. Alchemic enthusiast. I'm considering it because using some of those potions would be good. Honestly, the only person I would consider it on is on Melody, because now Gwen has a lot of things to use spell points on. So I think we're just going to be using Chug for all 3 of our characters. As much as I liked the ability, of course we're also going to go with Monk Training, because that gives the +2 spell points, and it leads over to Change Fate and Saint for the Resurrect. So is there anything else here? We will want Intelligence. Because, yeah, it's just she's probably going to be using a Lyric of Legends for a shield, and we don't want that canceled. And hey, the more intelligence she has, the less the more intelligence she has, the less we'll have to deal with people trying to break her concentration. Although they do crazy amounts of damage, as is. Using a Wayland's Watch here actually would be pretty solid. Maybe we should go Wayland's Watch instead of Hot Cross Buns for Gwen. I do not, not Hot Cross Buns, I mean Sanctuary Score. I am not against that in the slightest. We still need one more ability, though, and she's going to be a frontline, so we'll grab the extra Constitution. So, now, what are we grabbing? We're grabbing Grand Rouser. We want at least one of these in our party, because +1 opportunity. And we'll grab Minstrel, because everyone wants spell points. No attacks. We'll grab Berserker Battle Garb. We'll grab Dwarven Stout. We're not going to go with any Victory Shot Mean Drunk. Once again. We'll grab Shield of Faith, more Constitution. Change Fate. Now we'll go Resurrect. Brewmaster. Medium Armor Master for the Officer's Mail. No attack again. Grand Rouser. And Grand Minstrel. So now we have a few more options. We can pad out our intelligence here. Uh, we don't really need anything else over here. She's got lots of spell points as is. She's got 2 there. I mean, she could get a little bit more. Uh, she can pad out her constitution as well. And that brings her essentially full build. Like, she could get a little bit more constitution from War Chanter. I think it's quite inefficient, though. She could grab more spell points here. She could grab Mean Drunk if she really wanted to. And if we wanted to use the improved alchemy, we could grab that as well. But yeah, I guess we've gotten so many levels throughout our games that we just have extra points to spare, which is honestly a very nice thing to have. Just those extra points, they matter. They do good. Dual wielding. What do you use? Oh right, you use the shofar, so you don't even need dual wielding. Okay. That's pretty solid. Uh Fanatical is useless. Holy, also useless. She's not doing any damage. And she already has max con and max intelligence. At this point, she could go max, or just max strength, but she doesn't really need it. I guess they'll go crafting for the improved alchemy. We'll grab the wine pairing. For the just for the sake of it, honestly. Or maybe we just grab a second Grand Troubadour. And War Chanter, huh? Archer's Beat is such a solid ability. I would be tempted to take that on someone. But it's a mix of like we've got stances and like we've got multiple stances, we've got multiple channels to consider as well. Okay. So,
Farewell, adventurer.
let's go ahead and we've got pretty much the base abilities for everyone now. We'll go ahead and equip our masteries. We might need to re-equip sword or like weapons and such. Like Melody, there you go. Grab your peeler again. And we'll also want
Here.
Oh, Una, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to strip you there. You can take your armor again. Let's
What
see.
can I do?
9 constitution, Melody. Oh no. Alright, I'm considering actually using Storm of Blades in the first slot. I want to test it out. Because passing Slash... yeah, it's definitely not a bad idea. But passing Slash we need to use more often. However, every time that Melody moves, she'll reset the ability of her... she'll reset her first ability. Meaning that... not reset, but -1 cooldown. Meaning that you'd be able to get a lot of Storm of Blades out there. I think we should try it. If we don't like it, then we can just go back. I'll grab a Kale's Rudiment again here. And a Sanctuary Score. As for
What do you want?
Gwen, I don't know.
Yeah?
We'll grab at least the necessary ones for Fiona. Rhyme of Duotime in her first slot. And that's... and then we'll want Change Fate. Resurrect in her last slot. And then... what's her middle slot? Empty for now. She could go with Lyric of Legends. That would be solid. Or she could spend her points and go with a War Chanter. Oh. That might be better. I mean, the amount of spell points she'll need for that, though. Like, they only start with 3 in the beginning of combat, because there's because we're not going to get the extra +3 minstrel from having Una, Merlin, and Shakespeare here, right? So we're going to be starting out with much less spell points here. But I think we consider adding an additional ability here. Whether it is something like... yeah, like whether it is Archer's Beat or even grabbing a Wayland's Watch. Wayland's Watch means she would have 3 points for something else. But honestly, War Chanter with the extra armor and the Constitution, that's not a bad option for her either. It'll cost so much. Yeah, it just costs so much. So many spell points. That's my only concern. Let's see what Gwen has here. All of her stuff is good. She'll still keep her blazing antler, which unfortunately doesn't have a lot of constitution or strength. Yeah, so she's only got a 36 to strength.
Aye.
Where Fiona's got like a 43 because she grabbed the... even though she literally got 0 strength at all, except for Grand Rabble Rouser, she's still doing more because Steadfast Mountain is OP. And of course she's got a Mastercrafted Shofar. So she's getting 25
What?
to Gwen's 15 here. Or I mean 10 only. Anyways, Mastery Book. We'll look at Storm of Blades again. That is her number 1 primary ability. The more she uses that, the more fire stacks we get. Song Compulsory Cavorting. I like putting the stances in the 3rd slot. And then we'll go from there. So we could go with the Wayland's Watch as well. Since she's a Troubadour, I think it's a honestly solid option. And the other thing that I was looking at is using a Sanctuary score, right? Because we're not using Spell Song. We're not using... Well, we... essentially, we removed Eviscerate. We moved Spell Song. And... what else did we remove? Oh, and we're considering removing Sanctuary score. Since we already have a Sanctuary score, I think it would be fine if we just moved Gwen over to using something like a... Wait, what was I considering again? I don't know. We already have Wayland's Watch. A second Sanctuary score? Is that what we were looking at? Spell Song is okay, but it's not nearly as effective because it only gives 2 spell points to like the adjacent allies. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to leave her with a blank ability as well, which she could fill with... She could grab Archer's Beat, but she's already got a stance, right? She's got Song Compulsory Cavorting. So Wayland's Watch, Song Compulsory Cavorting, and a extra Sanctuary score I think is going to be good. So we'll keep her with a additional Sanctuary score. That's good. And
What do you need?
which means Fiona is going to go ahead and grab Grand War Chanter. I like that idea. Extra Constitution. And extra armor when she uses her stance, Archer's Beat. And then if we have any pesky archers that we can't get to either killing or stunning, that'll help us out a lot there. Well, not just archers, also the mages with their 60 plus damage Mangar's Mind Jabs.
Hmm?
Those hurt.
What now?
Okay, so Fiona's finished. As for Gwen, like this is 4 strength. It's only 1 opportunity per party. She could still go with something else if she wants to go with more spell points, which I was considering. We've only got 7 on Fiona, which isn't as much as I would like, to be honest.
Hmm?
But she's got some defensiveness, and we'll just have to use the spell points as fast as they come out, right? Which, honestly, with all of these spells, she is going to have a pretty easy time doing. As long as she has all of the spell points she needs for Resurrect. If she had like 5 maximum spell points, And she has no purpose using resurrect because, well, uh, she can't use it. All right, so I love the blue build going on here, Fiona. Well done.
Huh?
All right, so uh, we got like 10 minutes left of the episode, so we might not get into the combat, but uh, I guess you didn't see it last time, but it should go smoother now with the
Here.
changes that we've made
What?
here. Uh, Fiona is now no
Yeah.
longer trying to do the like this here. Oh right, she was also considering. I forgot about this. She was also considering Lyric of Legends. Is Archer's Beat better? Probably. Lyric of Legends. There's only 3 of us. Our opportunity is probably fine for now. It's probably fine.
What now? What do you need?
War Chanter or the Archer's Beat should last for a little while. That's the only thing that I might change is Lyric of Legends. And honestly, because we have both of them, we can just swap them out at a moment's notice. But at least in between combats. Okay, so the last abilities, Gwen, what are you taking? Righteous, go for it. Full another set of abilities. Rabble Rouser for +4 strength. Can we use that more effectively? Well, Gwen. I mean, you could have used a Rhyme of Duotime. That was the other thing, other than Sanctuary Score, that I was considering. Is just using a Rhyme of Duotime. Oh, yeah. Do we use that? Do we grab that? Okay, that's one of our options. We grab Grand Rabble Rouser. It won't give us the opportunity, but it will give us access to Rhyme of Duotime and a little bit more strength. We could grab more intelligence, which we're going to be using Song Compulsory Convorting. And she could also just grab more Constitution. Which, honestly,
Eh?
I think everyone's just grabbing all the Constitution they can. Oh, you didn't grab any, huh, Melody?
What do you want? Yes.
No, you did not. So you're going to be a little squishier than before. Oh wait, actually she has 7 points. Well, we'll grab the Constitution here. I think that is just going to be our best option. Since we didn't miss anything here. Other than Grand Rabble Rouser. Which I probably should have at least put in the back, or put 1 point into Rhyme of Duotime. She's got the extra +5 Constitution though. We should be fine with the movement abilities that we have, with the fact that we have 3 party members, which are going to be using overall less opportunity, hopefully. Then we'll be able to use plenty of what was I talking about?
Eh?
Yeah, we'll be fine for opportunity.
How may I serve? Here.
Okay. We're gonna go. You know what, Melody? Grab Grand War Chanter. That's 7 HP, and it's very valuable for you. And then we can put the last bit into HP, or we can go into Intelligence. Let's take a look. She's got 128 HP, which is kind of on par with the others. And does she want any more maximum spell points? No, she doesn't. She has 15 maximum spell points because of the sheer quantity of weapon attacks. That's a lot of them.
What do you need?
65 intelligence. Fiona, wow. Okay.
What do you want? Yeah?
Did she end up going with intelligence? She did. That is so overkill, Fiona. I mean, it's not really, because any mental damage. Since she's using Archer's Beat, she doesn't replenish it every round. She's fine. She's doing great. You're doing a good job, Fiona. Don't let me take you out of that. Gwen, you've got your stuff. Melody, it's a toss-up between intelligence and constitution. You can go either one here. I would like to commit to one or the other. Reason being is that they actually give more rewards the further you go on in the tree. So honestly, it's such a I find it such a tough decision because I do want her to have lots of health. The only concern to that is that her Kale's Rudiment will just get will get broken more often. Because it'll be a smaller intelligence shield. But I think I will just go with Constitution here. That'll bring us up to 142,
What do you want?
123,
Aye.
121, and we're good on the
Aye.
Constitution fronts now.
What
So,
now? Yes. Here.
oh yeah, 65 strength as well with Melody. All right, sorry everyone for the long and lengthy prep session today.
What?
Yeah,
Eh?
apologies for that.
Can I do?
What do you
We
need?
seem to have everything that we want, though. So, we'll go ahead and let's swap our party out.
What is...
Say a farewell to our good friends. Thank you, Merlin. Thank you, Una. Your dwarf shenanigans were wonderful this campaign. And as well, we'll bring home Shakespeare. You know, you're a great supporting character. I apologize I didn't get to use you as much. But honestly, your archer's beat, it saved me a lot throughout the game. So Melody, Gwen, and Fiona are going to be our party.
Thanks.
These three are
Not
going to
dead.
finish and make it to the very end.
Yes.
So everyone's got
Aye.
their tankards.
What?
Of course, we will go ahead and whenever we think we're about to be ambushed, we'll want to use Blazing Star. You could actually use the Blazing Star ability and just swap it out again and just put it back into your inventory. Like, it gives a +2 strength, but it's much better just having the active ability of your trinket slot than just having a little bit of a stat stick inside your trinket. So, let's heal up. And with that, let's swap our party
Ready. May I pass?
positioning around.
Coming through. Hey, pardon.
Do
Excuse.
we put Fiona out in the front? Yes, we do. Just
How may I
because
serve?
then we'll be in range of the Kale's Rudiment. That's the only change. Alright. So, there we go. We've made it through. And, you know, it's almost about time to wrap up for the day. So it took like a full episode to just go through all of those things. I think it even took me a little longer, even though like this time than it did last time.
Torn apart, right in front of me.
I mean, I apologize for the going back and forth, not making up my mind. I know it's not exactly the best content for you guys. My apologies for that, but I want to make sure you guys know kind of my thought processes with it. And hopefully that's the wrong song. Hopefully that'll give you some insights on some of the good things that you could do with this game. We could save here. I'm just gonna consume. We saved over in the tavern, in the Old Adventurers Guild, and we'll never see it again. At least, not during the game. The game will end before that. All right. I think we're all good. Ready up our first fight. We've got a minute 15. Can we do it? I mean, I don't know how much time we actually have. So everyone starts with 3 total spell points, which is enough for an archer's beat, and that's about it.
Tell me who to kill. At your command.
Which is mostly fine. Let's see how Storm of Blades does. We got 2 crits there, or we got 1 crit. And it is, these guys are actually I see. It would seem that the extra damage from Holy against the Charn, it does count as physical damage, unfortunately. It is not true damage, so it is just blocked by their 46 armor. That's a lot of armor. There is a Wayland's Watch available here. If we wanted to use that, that is an option.
Aye?
Of course, we're going to use an Archer's Beat right away. We're going to also... Yes, that didn't stop us from using any other abilities, right? It's just a stance. That way, we should be able to just grab a Dwarven Stout here. We've got lots of them. And we have a Change Fate available. And if we absolutely need to, we have free movement that we can reduce the cooldown of Rhyme of Duo time as well. So that's good. We've got a Kale's Rudiment here. And I guess we also have the Troubadour passive on this guy. That's good.
On your word.
Ready!
Uh-huh. On your word.
Let's do something!
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use a Passing Slash here.
This'll be
So we'll need to use our movement here.
Just excuse me.
And we're not going to have Passing Slash refunded. Okay,
Here!
that kind of settles it. I was back and forth between one of Stormwood Blades or Passing Slash to be the Berserker reduced cooldown. Passing Slash is going to be the way to go. Movement abilities are just very strong in this game. Okay, so that's 204 true damage.
Ready.
Oh yeah, we didn't end up grabbing any Falconing's Fury, so we won't be able to abuse that bug. But
On your
that is entirely fine. It's not going to be
What should
needed.
I do?
Here to serve.
I
Let's
hope
do something!
to die.
Ready for
Ready to go.
orders.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just move up here.
And aside! This'll
We're going to use...
At your command.
Ready!
Yeah.
Can
Command me.
I move over here then?
I beg your pardon.
Aye?
I'm just trying to figure this out. We could use another Rhyme Move Duo time.
Let's do something!
Then we can stack more fire. I guess we don't need the more fire.
Uh-huh.
And then we need to take another drink in order to
Good to the last
replenish
drop.
for Change Fate. But we get a few more stacks on. Get us on compulsory cavorting. And then we
Ready?
can spread everything there. See, we don't have enough spell points because we don't have all of the minstrel effects. We can't Rhyme of Duo time and then Change Fate again to get this guy involved in the fire damage. Of course, how much damage do we have here? 73 times 2 was almost 150.
Please excuse me.
So that works. Almost. Okay,
Yeah?
maybe not the greatest. We've got the wrong
On
person in
your
the front line. It's fine though. They all burn to death anyways, right? Yeah. So it'll take a little bit more tweaking. Or not tweaking itself, like the skills, the abilities, that kind of stuff. But what it will do is it'll take some more practice. Since we have been doing certain things a certain way this whole time, it'll take a little adjustment. So, I hope to see you next time. Continuing on the challenge, well, the Challenge Seekers achievement, and we'll see you guys all later in the next episode. Thank you all for joining, and farewell.